Yeah, hi. This is a video 5 for this mission that I'm creating, and I'm just going to add to it a bit more. I've got 4 other videos that you can just look up on my profile if you want to see how I got to this point. This is the 5th video, and all I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to just add to it a bit more. The other videos unfortunately have the sound ripped out of them because YouTube, there was copyright on some of the music that I was listening to, unfortunately. So the sound is a bit horrible, so I might have to go back and redo them. But at the moment, what I've got in this mission so far is I've got a group of guys, allies, spawning randomly in any of these markers, and they're going to come in, destroy all of the enemy in this town, and then they're going to destroy this boss guy, and he is randomly spawned in one of these areas. And then I'm going to come back down here by helicopter, then go into this building, and I'm going to sleep for 17 hours till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then a bus is going to come along and pick me up, take me back into the town, and blow up the town. So that's the mission so far. What I'm going to do is, one thing I've got to do is, in the last video I didn't name one of the triggers, and I've got to name this trigger T3_3. I've got in this trigger here, I've got trigger activated T3_3 or T3_4. I named this one T3_4, but I forgot to name this one, and if that's not named, that whole sequence won't work. If you want to have a look at how I got to this point and what I'm doing, then just look at the first few videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something at the start of the mission to make the beginning of the mission look a bit cooler. So I'm going to create some planes, some empty air jets, like a Russian plane, and I'm going to give it a name, plane 1, and I'm going to create, make sure the special is flying, and then I'm going to Control C, Control V, and copy 6 of these. This is just to make the beginning of the mission look a bit more exciting, and I'm going to make these a bit different. I'm going to have this as a Russian helicopter, and this one as, I might change that to a different plane, and this as a I might actually use a American helicopter, because it won't matter, because if I've got a Russian pilot it shouldn't matter. I don't think it will anyway. And this one I'll just have another Russian helicopter. Now what I want to do is I want to spawn these pilots into the helicopters directly. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a unit here, and it's going to be a OP4 pilot, and all I have to do is I'm going to give it a name, pilot 1, and I'm just going to have information, and I'm going to put pilot 1 move in cargo, or actually move in driver, plane 1, and that means the pilot will spawn into the plane immediately as soon as the mission starts. Well, that's the plane anyway. And the next thing, all I want these planes and that to do is to go over here. So I'm just going to have a completion radius of, say, that's probably a bit too big, maybe 750, yeah, something like that. And I'm going to have a hold fire, column speed full, and behavior aware. Yeah. Now I'm going to keep my finger on shift and left mouse button. That should grab everything. And I'm going to Control C and Control V and grab a pilot for each plane. And the next thing I'm going to do is I've got to go into here and just make sure the correct pilots and the correct planes is inputted in the any box, just to make sure it's okay, to make sure that the correct plane and the correct pilot is in the right places. So what will happen is, or what should happen, is these planes and pilots should arrive and just straight away, as soon as I preview the mission, should fly over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a trigger here just in case something goes wrong. I'm going to have 2000 and I'm going to have triggered by Alt 4, and I'm going to have it as a rectangle. And what I might do is I might actually have repeatedly, so it constantly repeats. And I'm going to have delete vehicle. I'm just going to delete all the planes. Plane 1. And I've just got to check. So I've got plane 1, plane 2, plane 4. 1, 2 and 4. 1, just to make sure that they get deleted. 2 and 4 when they arrive to this destination, because I don't want those planes to be flying around. Now, but for whatever reason, I have to, in the helicopter, I have to do the helicopters in here instead of in the trigger. I'm really not sure why. 1, 3 and 5. So 1, 3 and 5. So that should make the beginning of the mission look kind of cool. The next thing I'm going to do is, just in case these planes and helicopters come down here and start trying to kill everybody down here, I'm going to put some blue for Humvees, Avengers, and I'm just going to have these Avengers sitting here just in that case the helicopters and the planes decide to come down here and start shooting everybody, or like something happens, something goes wrong, they come over here. So if they come over here, they should get shot, or they should even get shot around here if they stay around or stick around this area. That's the plan anyway. The next thing I'm going to do is, you've got in the last video I deleted all these markers, and this marker, I didn't delete this marker. Now I want to change this marker into something else in the mission, halfway through the mission. So when I come to the barracks, I want that marker to change into another marker, and I want it to go to where the bomb is. So how I'm going to do that is, in this trigger, I'm going to put B1M_3, and I'm going to do set marker POS get POS bomb 1. So that'll move the B1M_3 marker to bomb 1. But now I want to change the marker name to something else. So how I do that is I just do set marker type and have set marker type dot or warning. That'll be the type of marker it is, and then I'm going to change the color of the marker to color orange, and then I'm going to change the set marker text to a different text, so it won't say possible leader, it'll say something else, it'll say plant bomb here, or plant bomb here. So yeah, that should work. Now I'm going to copy all this stuff, Control C, and so halfway through the mission, when I come down here and I sleep in the barracks, as soon as I wake up, this marker will change from possible leader into an orange warning sign, and it'll be right where the bomb is. The next thing I want to do is, when I get into this helicopter, because the whole idea is to come and meet the commander before I go into the barracks, I want to have a marker on the officer. So if these planes and helicopters fly down here, this officer might freak out and move over here or run away, and I won't know where he is. So I'm going to have a marker come up halfway through the mission where that officer is, and so I thought the best place to do it would be in here. And all I have to do is just simply change the names. So this will be one of the invisible markers. So M1 set marker plus get plus officer 1, and I just have to change everything around. M1 and set marker type dot, M1 set marker color yellow. When I actually play the mission, you'll actually see what this all of this does. So you can actually see what all of this will do. And I'm just going to big letters officer here. So when I get into that helicopter after I kill everybody, then a big giant yellow marker should come up here. And what how I've done that is I've used this marker, M1, and that M1 will just simply move and change to a yellow dot where officer 1 is. It's just the easy way to do it. I'm going to fill out this area too. So I'm going to get a warfare building, maybe an HQ, just ungroup it, and I'm going to put them in these flat areas. An HQ, a barracks, and a medical facility, just in case I need it. It might be quite handy to have a medical place down here, just in case I'm injured and my medic's dead. Might be quite cool to have a medical facility down here, just in case one of these guys get injured too. I'm also going to create some groups of Blue 4, just a couple of fire teams. So, and what they're going to do, just have some waypoints, and I'm going to have hold fire, column, limited, safe, and then I'm going to have a cycle waypoint. And keep my finger on shift, and so these guys should just walk around the place, and I'm going to synchronize these waypoints to the get in waypoint up there. Cool. So they won't move around in the mission, they'll only move around when I get into this area, and I've actually got into the helicopter to get extraction. So that should look pretty cool when I get down here. It'll look like there's some things going on down here. What else should I do? Trying to think if there's anything else. One thing I might do is I might add to this task hunt, go to ARMA cache bomb company, and I might just do another N, like another gap, and do look, check, map for details. So a big giant hint should come up on screen and say check map for details after I sleep in the barracks. And what I also might do is I might make, I'm kind of just playing around now, I might create some more guys down here too. I might create a truck, empty car, and it's just going to be a big giant, it's just going to be a big Russian truck, open truck, just to make the second part of the mission more exciting. So it's not just I go into the town and just blow everybody up. Just have the last part of the mission a bit more exciting. So I'm just going to create a group of Russians, like a Spetsnaz team, and I'm just going to move them around. And I'm going to have a waypoint there, and then a waypoint get in, and then I'm just going to move these waypoints and then just come into the town and get out. And this is for the second part of the mission, and I don't want these guys to move until I load into the bus. So yeah, I think that's everything. I might just check to see if these planes and helicopters do what I want them to do. Just preview the mission for a second. Yeah, I'll have a look, because something might have gone wrong. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. So there's all the helicopters. Oh, what I need to do, I'll just get out of here quickly. I need to make sure this waypoint here is hold fire, because I don't want my guys shooting at the planes like you just heard then, a sniper rifle bullet. They did that straight away. They started shooting. Now they'll hold fire until I tell them to do something. And so I'm just going to change this to open fire, wedge or line, and normal and aware. And what else do I need to do? I also want to group this trigger to my units as well. So this trigger where it says they have seen us, any group member, I only want they have seen us. I only want them to happen. I only want that to trigger when my guys are seen by the enemy. I don't want, because if these cars, these Humvees start shooting at the helicopters and the planes, that will trigger the patrols to get into guard mode immediately. So now that I've grouped this trigger to this guy down here, now they won't do that. So yeah, they won't actually do that. I think that does it for this video. I might just preview it again just to make sure that these helicopters and planes do the right thing. So you notice at the bottom, it's got hold fire. It's time to get down. Right, so there's the helicopters.
Get down.
Let's see what they do. Yeah. It all seems to be pretty good. Everything seems okay, I think. I don't know why he's staying there. For whatever reason, he's just staying put. I'll just fast forward it. I wonder if he's going to move. He's not just going to stay there, is he? Oh no, now he's going. That's strange. He just stood there. Well, that was a bit, yeah. So that makes the beginning of the mission a bit more exciting. So, yeah. If I think of something else, and I'll do it. I'll add to it in the next video, or something. Or if I've made any mistakes, I'll come back, or I'll play the mission. Cheers. I hope this has taught some people something, or it's given them inspiration for their own missions or something like that. In the next video I'll either add to it or I'll play the mission out. Cheers.